Okay, I'm live. Last week before Christmas. Yep, that's what we've just had, and actually, it was a good week. We've uh, we've been able to put a lot more product in the store this past week, and really this past month. We've been working hard at increasing the inventory and getting a lot more items in the store. We we've more than doubled. Well, you might know I'm getting. Hey, hon. Oh, I don't know. Would you like to do for supper? That's why you called me for an idea. What are you not cooking? And where are you not cooking it from? Well, give me a suggestion. I probably ought to get a grilled chicken salad, hadn't I? Yeah, that would probably, with my what I've been eating this week and everything else, probably would be the best thing. Go do that and give me a call when you got it. Yes, I will. All right. Pretty good. See ya. Yeah. Bye. Hey, okay, I'm back. I'm sorry. The wife wanted to know what we were not cooking tonight. And hey, Ponka, how are you doing? Uh, we decided to not cook at Bojangles. So we're going to get us something at Bojangles. I'll give me a grilled chicken salad probably. I have eaten too many hamburgers this week and I've eaten too much Mexican and I had some barbecue for lunch. So I don't need to keep piling it on. Uh, and I'm like a lot of people. We are getting inundated. Hey, Greg, how are you? We're getting inundated with a lot of Christmas candy and things like that. I've been busy this week with a lot of deliveries. We've got our big purchase that's come through with Napa. We're we got approved with a B of A and Napa and a few things. Double burger with fries. Okay. Yeah. Yeah. That seems to be the trend with a lot of people nowadays. It's especially my wife and I, we work a lot. We work all day long. Both of us do. And it's hard for us to turn around and sit down and say, well, now let's cook a meal. Uh, we try to get some healthy things, get some salads and get a few other things in blended in, but it's hard to uh, just to get yourself together and say, I'm gonna cook this. Oh, you hauled off 5 tons of trash. Wow. Oh, were you cleaning out a building or something, Panka? That I've I feel like I've hauled off 5 tons of trash myself. We have all these pallets and everything. I got a bunch of pallets in the back of merchandise that was brought in, and we're having to get rid of that. Oh, you're a trash man. Well, that answers that question. So if you're, I didn't realize that. Yeah, yeah. I guarantee. If you were away from home and yeah, a Burger King would be a fantastic treat. I know I went to on vacation back in the early '80s to um, Cancun. My wife and I did, and we uh, we got down there, and of course, you didn't want to drink the water. Of course, that's what they always tell you. So we were drinking, different drinks. The local Coca-Cola kind, and what was that? Squirt. They had Squirt. I never had seen that drink. They said, "Oh yeah, yeah, it's a citrus type drink and everything." I just want to make sure if I drink Squirt that that's not what I would be doing, and so I, I cautiously drank things down there. But I was so glad to get back to the United States to get the food that I was normally eating. Although the Mexican food down there and the different we were in Club Med and they had some nice meals and everything. So uh, we cautiously ate and drank everything because I didn't want to get sick on a trip. We were down there for like 10 days, I think. It actually was longer. It was a longer vacation than I wanted. I could have been happy with 4 or 5 days or 3 or 4 days. Uh, I'm buffering. Gosh, I usually have a real good signal in here because I'm running straight into my internet. Is it me buffering? Let me double check it on this phone because my internet is strong in here. It doesn't say buffering on my side. I mean, I don't know if it's where it's buffering at. Let me see if I can pull it up on my phone. Okay, that's what I was saying. Yeah, because it's buffered twice on you, Greg. I think it may be on your end, Greg, instead of mine because I'm not showing that. Let me go. I'm gonna go to my channel on mine. I'll whoops. I'm getting. I'm watch. I got. I got to watch it. I'm getting the feedback. Whoops. Can't do that with the volume up. That's for sure. Yeah. Yeah. I think it is yours, Greg, because it looks like it's fine on my side. I can watch it there. I can watch it and see if, but it seems to be fine. Yeah, you never can tell on this buffering who's what. But yeah, I'm looking at. I've got my live version on the computer, and then I can see what's going here. Hey Tim, how are you? Glad to see you're in here too. Yeah, I've had a good week at the store this week. This has been a real productive week. We're getting a lot of people to come into the new store, and we're very happy with that. And we're very happy that it's kind of turning around. So we're very fortunate that you know we're catching on basically on this side of town. We've got a great location. I'm real happy with the location. It's like a lot of it's the old Ford dealership, which gives me a lot of. Uh, I'm gonna cut this off my phone now that I've double checked that buffering problem. Uh, but that gives me a lot of room to grow out here. I've got 8 acres of land, and I'm able to add on to my building in the back and everything. And we're going to continually try to improve and enhance everything here in the store. Foot traffic has really improved a lot. That's what we were discussing. We probably have doubled, if not tripled, our foot traffic, and that's what we're really pleased about. Uh, it's always hard to, even during the transition, get every single thing at one time. Yes, and we deliver. We deliver too. So we try to deliver, and uh, we try to be a good full service Napa store, and that so far so good. Yeah, we deliver to local shops. We don't deliver to individuals, but we do deliver to the local shops. I mean, if you got a garage or you know even well, we don't deliver to the farmers yet. I mean, we have a lot of farmers out in this area that use our products, and they like the Napa products. Napa makes a good product, and so we're getting a lot, especially with the hydraulic hoses. We build the hydraulic hoses, and that's one area that I have really increased it. I've spent a ton of money on. I mean, it's hard to see it, and you go back there and you go, that much money in this hydraulic room. But yes, the hydraulic room is an expensive room. I got some fittings for those 4 wire system. I mean, I'm talking about a a a hydraulic hose that's that big around. It goes on the large excavators and large uh, landscaping equipment and big tractors and everything else. They require that, but boy, it's expensive too. But we've got those. we got all those fittings and everything, and so it's a good investment. It's an expensive investment, but it does push traffic. ROI, ROL. I'm not following that, Greg. Um, oh yeah, yeah. And I do the same thing with our city up here too. Oh, return on. Oh, okay, return on investment. I wasn't for some reason my brain wasn't going along with whatever the. I have so many acronyms that I see frequently, and then now that I go from the FedEx acronyms to the Napa acronyms, and I have to realize everybody likes to use acronyms, and it gets confusing. I mean, we'll have VIAs. Of course, a lot of people know what VIA is. Of course, we'll have uh, different terminology within the trucking industry that has all the acronyms. But yeah, and then text acronyms too. Yeah, the LOLs, the LMAOs, and yeah, yeah. What was I've seen some people that have misread the acronym, thinking it means one thing and it means something entirely else, like WTF. WTF line. Uh, some people don't realize what WTF is, and and I don't use that acronym. I try to keep even the acronyms clean on that too, because I might use a LMAO, but I don't like to use a WTF too much. I mean, I guess if I was really disturbed or something, I probably would, but I try not to. Yeah, that means laughing your rear end off. What that and so that's what that acronym is, PONCA. So and I didn't even know what it was for a while. I had to be told by somebody else. Yeah, the older you get, the uh, you'll get into a situation that the young kids, the hip generation, will pass by the older generation like myself, and you won't catch the acronyms as good as other people will. But I thought I would jump in here today, and I like chatting with y'all guys and seeing what y'all are up to, and yeah, FYI for your information, I got that one, of course. Yeah, 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 FYI, and then I'm just trying to think. TMA, too much information. TMI, I mean, too much information. Oh, WWW, we will win. Okay. Okay, I was thinking World Wide Web for WWW, or WWF for the Worldwide Federation of Wrestling. Yeah, yeah, well, I hadn't been locked in a room anywhere. RTR. What about RTR? What is RTR? Now that's got me. I don't know what RTR is. Let us know, Greg, because you got me on that one. I know. So we have yeah, we do RMAs here at the store, which means return merchandise. That's what that is. Return merchandise something. I don't even know what the A stands for. But then we got, of course, what are some of the others? But anyway, within Napa's organization, it's got a ton of different. Maybe the wife telling me that the food is back. I don't know. Let me see. Hello. Yeah, they have no grilled chicken. Okay. No, 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 no. I don't want that. Uh, Tell Dina just to run on down to KFC and just pick up something at KFC. Yeah, just yeah, that would be fine. Just a meal from KFC since she's right near it. I don't care to when she's right across the street from it. Just tell her KFC. Yeah. All right. See you. Yep. Dang it. I know KFC will have chicken, but Bojangles was out of grilled chicken. Didn't have enough chicken for a grilled chicken sandwich or grilled chicken salad. So I won't get my salad, but I'll just get my chicken and mashed potatoes and gravy and a biscuit and a little bit. I don't know if we get slaw. I forget what else we get. Mainly gravy and mashed potatoes and a chicken, and that's about it. That and a drink. I'll be happy with that. And then we got other junk food that, of course, we're eating way too much junk food. Yeah, KFC has a Tuesday chicken. Of course, it's Friday. Yeah, the main thing I'll just get some chicken or and and you would think with all these chicken houses around here, we'd be in good shape with chicken over here at Bojangles. But it's got to be processed. But I have just probably within a half mile of my Napa store, I have one big chicken farm, and then I know I've got a big dairy farm close by, or actually two big dairy farms close by, and then other farmers. Of course, the farmers are. I've had some of them in this week because they say, "Well, daggum, it's too wet. It snowed, the week before. Snow seems to really saturate in the ground and really softens up the ground a lot when it starts thawing and everything else, and then the freeze thaw type thing, and it really has." It really has gotten everything wet. And of course, we've had a couple inches of rain the past 2 days, so the farmers are that have got some beans and a few things out in the field. They're really in pain right now. He's gone. Well, I'm not. I'm not. I wasn't privy to all the information here, was I? But we're doing pretty good with that. And this week, finally, on the FedEx side, we're slowing down right now. We've crossed over. We hit our peak week or day on about the 13th or 14th, and then after that, it starts tapering off each day after that. Because even though we're in the rush to get all the packages out, the volume, to the distributors and everything else starts falling off dramatically. And everything should be in the supply chain pretty good now. So we have done a lot of the bulk, and I had three spare runs that were put in place for peak, and they cut all three spare runs today. All my regular runs ran, but my spare runs did not run. So I got to have a situation there that we that we kind of slack a little bit. I don't know what are we saying. What happened about what, Tim? I'm out of the loop here. What's all right? My taxes won't get done till middle of next year. I won't have the video stopped. It's working good on this end. Ponca, are you doing okay? I think Tim's got some problems on his end. Let me check my end here because my I think my video. Let me look at my video here. I don't think it's frozen. No, mine's moving. Oh, okay. All right, Tim. I'm sorry. You must be having some problems on yours because it's showing that I'm fine here on mine. I looked at. You're good in Oklahoma. Good. I'm glad I made it to Oklahoma today. That's the main thing. If I can get to Oklahoma and back, and see if I can get Chris and them. They're over in Kansas. JC's up in Ohio. If I get Matt in here, he's from Tennessee, and then we got Sarge that's in Florida. I'm trying to get all of the United States, and I had a guy from Texas call me today. What was his name? He sent me his info. Did he send it on this phone? I told him to send me his info. Said he's listened to my videos and liked them. He said he's a big fan of my videos. And I said, well, great. I didn't know I was turning it into my wife hit me up. She said, don't get a big head. You're turning into a video star. I said, I don't think so. I don't think I'm far from a video. I've got a voice. I got a face made for radios. That's what I tell most people. And we will see if I'll see if I can get the gentleman. He was from Texas. I don't know which part of Texas, but he called me a little after lunch today, and I almost didn't take his call because I get so many telemarketers from Texas. I started to just let it go to voicemail, but I said, well, let me just. It didn't. I don't know. It didn't strike me as maybe it was going to be a voicemail, so I didn't not take it. So I went in and took it. Let's see if he left me a message. Yeah, I think he did. Yeah. The guy's name was Alex. I can't pronounce that last name. Milanovic. I think that's right. Mladenovvic. He's from Fort Worth. And he's, enjoyed talking to me today. And I enjoy that too. I try to talk legitimate talk, and this gentleman, that's what he wanted to talk to about. It was the FedEx side, and I guess I have a decent knowledge. I've been with FedEx 32 years. I've been in business most of my life. I've been independently in business. I worked about 10 years for Carolina Freight in the freight business as a yard switcher. And then I owned a radio station, which is right down the street from me now. Me and the radio station keep chasing each other. I was on the other side of town, right where the old location for the radio station used to be, and they moved across town several years ago. And now I have taken my business and moved it right up here beside them again. So I was kidding Calvin, who owns the radio station. I said, I guess I keep chasing you. Yeah, he said, yeah, you just can't get that radio station out of your blood. I said, no, I can get it out of my blood real quick. It like to broke me, but it was a good learning experience being involved with that years ago. But it was not my forte. It was not what I really wanted to. Not what I really wanted to do. There's certain aspects of it I liked. I guess the entertainment side of it I liked okay. But the aspect of how we had to sell radio ads, and at that time, I think, and even more so now, people wanted you to prove your worth to them, and it's a hard job to do that with the radio. I know there's the rating systems and everything else, but because of the you never know when somebody's actually going to hear the ad. I mean, you don't know when somebody's tuning in the radio. But unlike YouTube and some of the things we have now, I know who's on here chatting with me pretty much. There's a lot of others that might be popping in that we don't know, but the ones that come up and chat with us, you know who they are. You get a reading on your screen of how many people's in watching your video live. And those kind of things would be valuable if you could do that within the radio market. Of course, then again, the radio stations probably would not want that displayed because of the fact that they would like to, like what we used to do when I had the radio and prior to that, they would show you a coverage map. They would show you how many people they can cover. But the one thing they couldn't tell you is how many people actually were tuning in to that station at any particular time. And there's no station out there that can tell you that. They have to go by Nielsen ratings and a lot of different factors involved to see if it actually works. But when you're buying the advertisement and everything, basically what you have to do as a consumer is to put a good product out there on the commercial and make sure that the dollars spent will bring revenue back. And if you can do that, then you've done okay for it. And you need to you can unless you're just civic minded and want to just keep your name before the public at all times, uh, you can kind of gauge it by hitting it heavy, backing off, hitting it heavy, and backing off. And that aspect of it, I think, that is one way I try to approach it, and then or either that and blend it with other things. But with today's market, I mean, just especially like with YouTube here, uh, we're able to put yourself out that, and then if you tie yourself in and say, if I wanted to really promote this page and this product, which I'm going to try to do a little bit more of. I've been trying to kind of see what my niche is locally. So because I need to locally get my Napa store name and product out there better, along with the national exposure is nice too, but the store itself is I need to hone in to about a 30-mile radius or 40-mile radius, because that's where my primary target would be for the Napa store. But you know, you I guess it's sort of like a shotgun. With YouTube, we're actually it's like a shotgun. You're shooting it out there. You don't know where it's going to hit, and you're hoping that it can get to the niche market. Now, and my goal in the future, like I said, is to maybe tie that in and locally promote the YouTube aspect of it. And then the YouTube aspect of it will basically be free. And if you can promote that along with the local uh, things to drive it to that, then it's a good thing. I haven't got a grand opening yet because what we're doing, we had a opening, but we didn't have what we call a grand opening because I didn't have all the product. We've just made that huge purchase within the confines of Napa. We had to get everything in here, had to get the store sort of reapproved uh, for the expansion that we're wanting to do. And then probably spring of the year, we'll do a grand opening. And then we're going to get some race cars out here and a few things like that. I actually got some more racing paraphernalia. My buddy, actually my partner within my truck, and he is also I've told this a lot of times, he's a gas man for the 24 car at NASCAR for Hendrick Motorsports. And he came by with a Christmas present for me and my wife today. And what it was a piece of a fender off of Chase Elliott's car. I already have the hood out here and I have it mounted. And now he brought a Chase Elliott fender for me. So I'm gonna have a couple of the sheet metal pieces along with. I got his fire suit. He gave me his fire suit when he was the gas man for Chase Elliott in the Infinity series, but it was still a Napa. It was a Napa suit. It's a great big suit. Uh, yeah, you've seen the hood, then. Yeah, I like the hood too. It's stamped on the back with authentic hood from, Hendrick Motorsports, signed by Rick Hendricks and everything. So it's pretty neat to have that authentication, in there. And they sell these to different venues and everything. And I've sort of got a little bit of an inside, with him. He gets it cheaper, I think, than the average Joe can get it because he is a Hendrick employee. But they sell. I mean, it's they actually got a big market for that. All this sheet metal. So when they take it off, it's a very marketable. I mean, you can imagine. I mean, it's 36 races, so there's 36 cars, and they don't wreck or tear up every car every week, and a lot of it's reusable, so they're not going to just rip it apart every piece of sheet metal on it. So that there's probably only, I would say, 10 to 12 cars that they uh, well, Punk, I'm glad you did that. Yeah, yeah. Scott, Red Viking there, he he's supposed to interview me again. Uh, he does not live far from here, and he's gone to work at FedEx now. Uh, Scott's jumped around. I think he's been in the trucking business about 3 years, and he very talkative guy. If you listen to his channel, Scott's he's done a lot of things in business and everything else, and I, from what I gather, he's about late 40s, early 50s. Uh, and he's been in real estate and car dealerships and a lot of other things. And oh, okay, yeah, but he's an interesting guy. He he talks a lot of. I mean, I've actually well, I don't want to say I hear him talking, and he's talking more abstract, I guess, about how to make money and all this sort of stuff. I guess I'm just old school, and I just you have to put one foot forward each day. Scott likes to stay out on the road way more than I would like. I couldn't. I noticed his thing pops up on my screen, and I noticed today they're headed back out to California, and he's going to be in California during Christmas. Now, if you don't have much of a family life, and unfortunately, I don't see how he has a family life as much as he wants to stay on the road. He wants to make the almighty dollar right now. And yeah, well, I think Scott even tried this last year, tried to do the oil fields thing, but that boy, that seems to be a rough thing. Those oil fields. I would not want to do that because, for one, I wouldn't want to tear my equipment up that badly. Yeah, I want to sleep in my bed, and I don't want my bed rolling down the road at 65 miles an hour. That's the way I look at it. I can never. I mean, some guys say they can sleep in a truck. I cannot. If it's going down the road, I'm anticipating the worst things that can happen every time I'm headed down the road. So I'm not a good spokesperson for team driving. I've done it, don't like it. Yeah, yeah, and the hot shot thing that can be tough too because you're basically uh, picking up loads North Carolina and taking them to Texas or vice versa or wherever, and this it's an interesting business, but that's nothing that really appeals to me either. I'm more of what I'm doing now. I'm on a scheduled run for every run that I have. Each run that I know of will leave at a specific time and get back at an approximate specific time, you may say. Uh, so that's what I like to have because I know where my trucks are. I know when what kind of conditions they should be going through, and plus we can track everything through all the technology. And it gives me the opportunity to work on my equipment in my shop with my mechanics, as opposed to taking chances out on the road. And if you have an issue, and you will have issues, I don't care if it's brand new, old, whatever, and you'll have different and a variety of issues depending on what kind of truck you do have. Uh, I have had brand new trucks and had issues with brand new trucks. I've had trucks that had no more than 1,000 miles on them and have a problem. So buying a brand new truck does not mean that you will be issue free, uh, because if it rolls down the road, it's subject to have a problem. And they usually don't have as many. You sort of have a little bit of a honeymoon type situation. Some truckers say for about the first 9 months to a year, you have that little bit of a honeymoon thing, and not many problems crop up. But after that, then the items start cropping up on even the new ones, and they'll gradually come in there. I mean, just because you service it, and what you have to do, servicing it. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. You basically have a grace period, or the honeymoon period, as some of them say, because they want to. It's like a honeymoon. I guess you said when the honeymoon wears off, then are you still lovey-dovey with the wife as much as you were during that honeymoon phase? Uh, so I think that's where the terminology comes into play there. Well, I tell you what, guys, I've been on here a little bit. Thought I'd pop in here for a while. My supper is going to be ready. And like the old saying goes, uh, call me anytime, but just be sure and call me at supper time. And that's what I know. The wife's going to be calling in just a few minutes, because they should have I got somebody tapping on the door out here. Well, let me see who this is. I'm going to get off and go from there. All right. See ya.